How about now? Can you hear me now? Audio. Put that. Hopefully can all hear me now, and it's all right. What I was saying when you guys couldn't hear me was how is the audio? Because before it was too low, nobody could hear it. So I just want to make sure everything is good, sounds good. Now you have sound. There shouldn't be two sounds, right? Wait, hold on. Properties. What did I just do? I didn't mean to do that. Activate. Okay. Um, hello. Hello. Okay, so okay, you can hear me now, but is it good? Is the sound good? Is it loud enough? Does it sound nice? Because it should. We got a good microphone right here. I just want to make sure here. Also, why is this not? There's always something. You can't. Oh, there we go. I don't know how I got that to work. It didn't work before, but now it's working. All right, well, I'll take it. There, now I can read everybody's comments. Top chat, let's go to live chat. All right, it's up as loud as it can go. I'll just kind of sit close to the microphone. How's that? All right, I turned that up. How is that? Is that better? A little bit higher on the decibels? I just want it to be good for you guys. I want you guys to be able to hear it okay without blasting your microphones. Okay, it's great now. Okay, good. I'm going to take your word for it. Still no sound? Okay, I'm getting different. There should be sound. Sounds great, but I don't know how loud it is for mobile viewers. Okay. I could turn it up even more. Properties. Okay, that's a little bit more even. This is as loud as it goes. Let me just put that right there in front of my mouth. And testing the sound. Testing. All right, so it sounds good. Good volume. Okay. Well, as long as you guys can hear me okay now, I'm happy. So, I was supposed to be doing a podcast right now, but they canceled on me, so I decided I had everything set up. I had the green screen behind me. Looks like I'm blurry right now. Because it's taking this. It's getting this. The camera's taking this instead of me. So I need to get closer. Okay, there we go. So I decided, I canceled the last live stream from Monday. So why not just do a quick little live stream right now on a Friday and hang out with you guys for a little bit. Tomorrow, Saturday the 8th of February, I will hear from, another film festival if we got accepted or rejected. We have about 10 more to go for the movie A44. And I have rendered out another version of some things that I tweaked and corrected and stuff. So on Monday, I'm supposed to go meet my buddy at the movie theater here in Syracuse to check it out again and just make sure everything's looking really good. And then I'm going to set a date for the Kickstarter people for the premiere for the Kickstarter supporters. And that will be sometime in March. I got to find a date for that, but if you are one of the Kickstarters that has that perk, just keep your ears open because I'm going to be letting people know when that will be, and you'll have one chance to do that. And so, what is going on here? I don't know why that's happening, but like an ad just came up. I don't know why it just doesn't do everything like it used to. Anyway, let's see. Can I move this down? Oh, there we go. So somebody says, so Gene doesn't have any sound and screen is frozen. So I think that's just like that on your end. Can you refresh it? Because I think we're good. I think because I'm watching it here on my screen as well, and everything looks like it's fine. Okay. Fake video game ad. I don't know why it's doing that. Hopefully we don't get any more of those, or very few. Yeah, so yeah, that's movie news for A44. Have somewhat of a plan. We talked to my producer and one of my advisors across the sea, and we have some plans now that we're gonna do, and then once we figure all that out, I'll announce it to everybody. So hopefully we can get this out there so people can watch the movie. And in the meantime, I've been working on some more YouTube videos. If you haven't seen, I posted what's vegan at Trader Joe's. Haven't done that in a while. So I went there and just checked out all the vegan things, and did not get kicked out. Did not get told we couldn't film. So maybe I'll do a couple more of those since it's been a while. And just, I don't know. I'm kind of working on trying to do some like reels and stuff too, like from some of our live streams that we've done, just like some, cool parts or funny parts that we did, and just like kind of making a couple second reel out of those and uploading those. And I'm just trying to look for some more ideas on new videos and stuff like that. Used to do a lot of unboxing videos, but haven't really got anything lately. Haven't got a Vegan Cuts box in a few months. I think they forgot about me. But yeah, I'd like to do more of these too, like live streams, and wish we could do some more cooking. I think we're gonna do more pizza videos, and just kind of keep it to pizza. We were talking about that the last time we got together. So, yeah, and we're going to do one at John's house soon. I don't know when. Maybe, I don't know if it'll be this next time or the week after, but he's in his new house, so we'll probably do a video there. And, yeah, just trying to look for some more content, videos to do and stuff like that. Want to get, because it's been a while, working on this movie's taken a lot, and I kind of stopped putting out YouTube videos other than the live stream. So you did a live seitan video? Vegan restaurants. You know what? I always go to the expos, the natural products expos, and those are always like big events for me, and I'm not going to be going there this year. I'm kind of bummed about that, but I might be going out there in April for movie related stuff to do a showing out there of it. Vegan Brian Animal Activist says, I gave you a shout out on my channel for your new movie. Got some good comments. People are looking forward to watching it. All the best. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, the more people we can get to know about this, the better. Like I was saying, I feel like it's one of those movies that it's going to be, once people see it, then, then we can get some, real reviews out there. People, hopefully we get a good review from like a popular, blogger or something like that, or news, company, where people can go and watch it, once it's out there. Because like I said, it's not something people are looking for. Like, people aren't looking to watch this, but I feel like once they do see it, they'll be like, "Oh my God, I'm glad I watched it." Hopefully that's. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's what I've been doing for the most part for the last 3 years of my life, is just working on the movie, and to the point where like I'm so sick of it. Like I want it to be out there for people to watch it, and I just want to be like, I'm done. Like, I don't want to work on it anymore. I've put everything into this, and I'm ready. I'm ready to, just be done and have people be able to watch it. That would be that is my wish now. I've gone through different stages of like wishing things in the last, 16 years, like when I first wrote this, like my wish was like, I need to get to a point where I can shoot this movie. I wrote a script, and like anytime I would like see a shooting star, I'd wish for that I'm like, I wish that I can finally make my movie. And then like I got to that point, like where, we funded it through Kickstarter, and then I'm like, I can't wait until the day we film the movie, and then that day came, and we filmed the movie, and I'm like, wow, I got a lot of work to do now. I got to put this movie together. I got to edit it. There's so much work to do. I can't wait. Like, I wish that this was done, and here we are. Like, now it's done. The movie's complete, and now I'm like, I can't wait until, I wish, for the day for it to be out there, and I'm not working on it anymore, and people can watch it, and I can hear that. Like, for me right now, like, I really want to hear people's feedback. I want people to watch this. I mean, sure, I've showed like, friends and family and some of the people that were in the movie, but I want like the general public to see it. People that don't know me to see this, people that weren't involved. I want to see it, and I want to hear their opinion of it. But yeah, hey Trini. You hung out with your Orlando potluck group last night. You'll share it with them when I'm ready for a release. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, when we're ready to release this, hopefully everybody comes together in the vegan community and helps me promote this, and tells everybody they know to go check it out. But yes. Caramore, hey. But yeah, I could talk about the movie all day, every day. I would love to do a commentary, director's commentary on it as well. I did one for the trailer, which was kind of fun, I think. Just talking about the trailer and what went into it. But yeah, so right now I'm just like trying to schedule different interviews and podcast, and just kind of get the story out there about it, and just waiting on the film festivals. If we can get into a film festival, and just getting in one is pretty good, pretty awesome, because other people get to watch it, and if you win anything, then that's even better. And then you can talk about that when you are promoting the movie, like, yo, it was in this film festival, and that just, I think, gets people more excited, or makes it kind of like makes it a little more legit. But I don't know. But even if we don't end up getting in any film festivals, we're still gonna do our best to get it out there, and we'll have you guys judge it, whether it made it or not. So, as for like the channel, I don't know, like maybe I'll just do some like little short videos just talking about like tips on, veganism, going vegan, and, I would love to do most of, just movie stuff, based on the movie. But again, it's got to get out there before I can really say too much more, because people only hear me talking about it and they don't really know. I mean, you can go and watch the trailer and kind of get like a little idea, but will there be DVDs? I want there to be DVDs. I got to look into that. I want to do posters and like apparel, t-shirts, hoodies, that kind of thing. And then I want to go do fundraisers where we go play the movie at a local movie theater, and a certain percentage of the proceeds would go to a local animal sanctuary. And that would be awesome. I could sit there and do a Q&A and watch the movie, and also feel good about what we're doing. So, yeah. Hey, Mel, how's it going? Yeah, I would really, yeah, I really like the idea of having DVDs, Blu-rays, whatnot of the movie, so you have like a physical copy of, I mean, not everybody's gonna buy one of those, but like that would be super cool. And there's just so many other things that like I wanna be able to talk about with you guys, but I can't because I don't want to give anything away, and I want you guys to see it first. I want you guys to come to me and talk about some of the things that I put in there, without me having to like, say it and stuff. So, but there's some really cool things to look out for when the movie comes out, and I plan to do some of these live streams like after people start watching the movie, and I'll come back here and we can talk about it. Like once you watch the movie, like let's talk about it. Let's talk about the movie. Spoilers, maybe. Take it to universities. There's an idea. I would love to travel around with it, to have something to show people and get to talk to people, and also, make money for some of the sanctuaries and be able to do that. Like, what other movie does that, I think once it's out and I can talk more about it, then I'll have more content to put out about the movie. But like, I feel like I'm not really sure what else to do. Like, I've been putting out, little teasers here and there about, the posters that we made for the movie, and different like behind the scenes of the movie, like different pictures from it and stuff like that. But, and like, just, saying who's in it. Like we got the reveal of Dr. Gregor and Jane Velez Mitchell. We've got Hench Herbivore. What's up, that girl in OKC? How's the OKC today? We got a nice cold day here in upstate New York. I was out there earlier with Zeke playing fetch. What's up, St. Ella? It's a little cold down here. I'm like all kind of bundled up. I got my hands in my hoodie. But I was having some problems with my my webcam setup, and it wasn't working. And I even bought like a new cam link here, which is not cheap, so I got to return this. But I bought a new one, and I bought a new cord, and I just could not get it. I couldn't get it to work. And I called the company, and then they couldn't help me. And I'm like, what is going on? So I took like 2 or 3 days trying to fix this, and like it totally worked fine, and then it just didn't work. And then I just started like trial and error trying to troubleshoot stuff. And I've got like a USB strip that's about this long with like all like different, that's external, that I can put into my computer. And just, I don't know why, but I decided, maybe if I unplug this and then plug this in, this cam, and then plug it back in, it'll work, because it kept saying that it was malfunctioning through the USB port, and then it worked. So I don't know. It's one of those things where I don't know how, but I figured it out, and I was ready to go supposed to do a podcast, right? I was supposed to be on a podcast right now, but they had to cancel, so I decided to do a live stream with you guys. I had everything ready to go. I'm like, let's just do a live stream. I wasn't planning on it, but you had icy rain yesterday. It's a sheet of ice out there here too, with snow over it. Yeah, it's really cold. Well, what is it? It's 28 degrees right now, but it feels colder. Plant-based build. Yeah, I would never do that. Like, as much as like I really want to talk about it, I would never spoil it. And if I ever did do like spoilers on the channel, like later on after it's out, I would do like a special, like, spoilers, guys, and anybody that came in here, I would let them know spoilers, just in case you haven't seen the movie yet. The real field temp. Yeah, I know. What does it actually feel like out there? Like last night, it was pretty windy, cold and windy. Okay, so that's what it says right now. It says it's 25 degrees here, and it feels like 7. Because when I was out there earlier, it was pretty cold. It just seemed colder than it was. Sometimes it's 28 and it doesn't feel like it, feels warmer. And then when it goes up to something like 40, you're like, oh my God, we got a heat wave. It's hot out today. Where if you're living in like other parts of the world, you're like, that's frigid. Montana, Arctic there. My dad used to live in Montana. Linda, you got the low 40s. That's not bad. It's 80 where you are, Scar. That's a little bit too hot for me. I like between like 68 and like 72. I actually prefer to wear a hoodie, but like feel good outside in a hoodie. So like, 65 to 70 is good. So I prefer fall up here. Oh no, my parents grew up here. My parents grew up in the Syracuse. They were both born and raised in Syracuse and have lived here the majority of their lives. I think my mom's lived here all her life. I've lived all over the place. My dad has lived in a few different places. He lived in Montana and he lived in Italy, and I think that's it. Rochester for a little bit, and other than that, I think it's been here. I've been all over the place too. I've lived in Florida, New York City, the DC area, Rochester, but the majority of my life I've been in Syracuse. Yeah, fall is really nice here, and that's where we filmed the movie, in the fall. It just, you can't find like a scenery like upstate New York fall pretty much anywhere else in the country. I mean, there are some other places that have really nice falls, but like Florida and California are pretty much the same all year long. Do I like that I lived in different areas? Yeah, I did. I got to experience other parts of the world, and live I got to, live on my own and away from family and friends, and got to like, each time it was like starting a whole new life, and it was an experience, each place I went to. So when I was 19, after I graduated high school, well, right after I graduated high school, I didn't want to go to college right away, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. So I just kind of hung out and got a job, worked at a pizza place, and then just my friend moved to Florida and said, come on down to Florida. And I'm like, all right. So I moved to Florida, and that was the first time I lived away on my own, away from my family ever. And I lived down there for like 2 years. And then coincidentally, I came home on the same exact day that I went there. Like, it was not intentional, but, I moved down there on November 8th of 95, and I came home November 8th, 97, coincidentally. And then I went back down there again in the year 2000 to go to college. I went down, the first time I went, I lived in Sarasota, and then I lived in St. Pete for a little bit at the end. And then when I came back, the second time I lived in Gainesville. I went to University of Florida, and I lived there for like about a year. And then I came back home, and then I lived in New York City for a couple years. And then I moved to the Washington, D.C. area. I lived in Arlington, Virginia. I worked in the D.C. area at that point. And that's when I was a special investigator down there. And then, and then I made my way back up here. Started my channel. So, yeah. Do I desire to live anywhere else in the world, or do you actually enjoy New York? Would you ever live in a different country? I almost moved to LA a few years back, and that fell through. And then I kind of figured, like, this is home, So I like living here because this is my home. This is where my family is. So I would prefer to live here and be able to travel anywhere I wanted. Like, have my home base here, and then, like, if I want to go somewhere for any amount of time, I can just, up and go. That's what I, that's what I prefer, I've always wanted to travel in Europe. I don't know. I've only been to Germany, but there's other parts of Europe. I want to see some of these older castles and stuff, and like some of the history, but I've only been to Germany. And I didn't really we went all over Germany. It was for our book tour, but we were like so busy on the book tour, and we were like sleep deprived that we never really visited. We never did anything in Germany other than our cooking thing and then on to the next city. So we only walked around one city, and I believe that was, I think it was Hamburg that we walked around, and we went down to the water, and then to like some really, really old church that we went and visited, and then we had to leave to the next place. And when we were in Munich, we walked over to an Oktoberfest, and they had some vegan stuff. I got a vegan pretzel that was like that big. But it was nice, but I wish we could have like enjoyed more. Like, we never even went to a vegan restaurant to eat at all. We did our cooking demo at every place, and then we would like go to the next place. And a few of the times, like, we didn't sleep. Like, I was so sleep deprived. I remember we had to do a presentation, and I was just like seeing red. I did not know what was going on. I was tired, and I think we got another ad there. Anyway, it was really fun though. Yeah, we had a good time. I never really traveled too much. I mean, I lived in a few different places and stuff before, but like, I really got to travel once I started this channel. And then it was like, yeah, sure, I moved to Florida and DC and New York City. And those were definitely an experience to live, in those places, to live in first Florida. Living in New York City was an experience. But yeah, those vegan guys in the UK. Yeah, I think my producer knows those guys, and I think she did or is going to reach out to them. But yeah, that would be awesome. Thanks, Kathleen. Produce, yes. I would love to travel more in my lifetime. Right now, the problem that I have is finances. Making this movie made me really poor, so I'm trying to, you know, get things going again now that I'm pretty much done with it. And so I'm gonna try to do more of these, more of my videos and see if I can get back to where I was at one point. My brother travels for work a lot, so one of my brothers travels more than my other brother. Have a great weekend, Care more. Thanks for joining. But yeah, I would love to travel more. Like, we went on 3 different vegan cruises within the last 10 years. And one of them was like pretty much all over the Bahamas. We went to Puerto Rico, we went to Panama, Costa Rica, and a few other places. And that was fun. Really hot, and I don't like beaches. But then we went to the Alaskan cruise, and I really liked that. We got to see some glaciers. We were in the Pacific, and we got to go to some really um, remote cities of Alaska, like Sitka and Ketchikan, and where else did we go? We went to another one, but yeah, that was really fun. And we hiked. We saw a bear. We hiked up some side of a mountain. Then you could look down and you could see into the bay. You could see the big, huge cruise ship in the distance. Um, I remember walking up that mountain with a couple of my friends, and the vegan black metal chef was with us. And I remember he was like looking for different water springs, and he liked to taste the water at different springs or how earthy it was. So he was drinking water that was running off the side of the mountain. Um, Allison wants to know, do you have any advice for a fellow vegan feeling lost, asking for a friend? Um, I mean, I think we all feel lost sometimes. Like, you're not alone in feeling like lost. Sometimes I feel that way. In fact, I've been feeling kind of like that lately. Like I feel like something's not right, but I don't really know what it is. I can't pinpoint it, but just something's off. Um, but yeah, feeling lost. I think when you feel lost, the best thing to do would be to be around other people, and be around other people's company, and talk to other people. And when you're vegan, there's different vegan groups like this. You can come to these live streams like this and talk with other vegans. You can join. I know Facebook has different groups and stuff. I know not everybody is part of Facebook, but there are vegan groups that you can meet with, your local vegans, and sometimes they have events. And if you can't find one, you could easily put one together and get people together and say, hey, we're all going to go out to this restaurant on Sunday. And that's a good way to meet new people. And I feel like when you meet the right people, when you meet new people, it can like completely change your mind of feeling lost. Like it's almost like, oh, I don't feel like that anymore. Um, I don't know. I feel like just reaching out to other people and talking to other people and introducing yourself to other people. I'm not very good at taking that advice because I'm an introvert. Like I'm a total. I can be an extroverted introvert, but I'm an introvert, and like for example, like there's I love playing chess, and Craig just got into started playing chess, and there's local chess club at like a chess meetup at Wegmans like once a week, and Craig's gone there a few times, and I went there one time. I went there a couple weeks ago, and so I got to meet some new people and just chill out and play some chess. I mean, there's ways to not feel so lost. I mean, finding, other people that might feel the same way to talk to. Yeah. Do you think boats disturb sea life? Yeah, I would say they do to a point. I think everything living life disturbs wildlife. But don't forget, we live here too on this planet, so it's not like we shouldn't ever have an experience. The boat we did go on was rated like top tier environmentalism. I don't remember all the details from it because it's been so long. And I had never been on a cruise ever in my life until the vegan cruise reached out to me and John to go on this cruise. So it was definitely an experience to have, and I'm glad I went. Was I shy growing up? Yes, I was. I was very shy. I will say that me being an introvert now is not the same as being shy. Like I am not shy at all anymore. Like I'll say what I want. I will stick up and like I'm not shy. I used to be shy. I used to be very shy, but I overcame that, and I'm like the opposite of how I was when I was shy. Um, so yeah. Yeah, you know what? It's pretty crazy, but like I feel like some people will watch the movie and think that um, because I did not copy some of these events that have happened because I wrote it so long ago, they're going to be like, wow, I predicted a lot of things that happened over the last, 5 or 6 years. A lot of things that I put in this movie just really weirdly in a synchronicity kind of way just came true to the point where like, well, this is kind of too close to home kind of thing. Um, but I did write it before all these things started happening. Saint Ella, thanks for being here. Have a good day. Have a good night at work. Well, I'm Allison. I'm glad you can give some of that advice to your friend, and I hope that's helpful for them. Do I know if my parents were shy? I don't think so. I don't think. Well, my mom was not. My mom is not shy at all. My dad might have been. I remember when I was a little kid, when I was in the 80s, my dad was taking a Dale Carnegie course, and that's all we heard about was Dale Carnegie. I did not know anything about him or what he was, but now that I'm an adult, like it was so he could, you know, talk effectively in person. Like, so he may have been shy when he was younger, but he always seemed like, um, the head of the party and stuff. So I don't know. He might have been, but he's not. He's not any like most of my life that I remember. He was not the shy person at all. And my brothers are not shy. My sister might be. I don't know. I'm just like an introvert as far as like I don't like going out in big groups. Like when I go to the grocery store, it's like late at night, right before they close. I don't like, the thought of going grocery shopping on a Sunday afternoon when there's tons of people everywhere. Like to me, that's the worst thing possible. Yeah. And if I do have to go to a big event and stuff, like I'm just like so like weird about it. So yeah, that might be it too. Now that I'm older, like I feel like me now going back to like where, when I was shy back in the day, thinking about some of the things that I should have or could have done differently in situations such as, as an employee at my different works that I worked at, and just kind of being so shy that I would just literally let people take advantage of me at work, and that wasn't cool. Thinking back to some of like how I was just so shy, and so afraid of confrontation and stuff like that. Whereas like you're not gonna find an ounce of that in me now. No, I don't really think it's all because of germophobia or claustrophobia. I just don't like going out in public that much. I really don't. Like I couldn't tell you the last restaurant I've gone to. Like it's been a very long time since I've eaten out at a restaurant. I can't think of. I think maybe like a year ago when Craig took me out for my birthday. That might have been. I might be wrong, but like that's. I don't even go out, to eat or anything. Sometimes takeout, but very rarely. Normally, I'll just make my own food here. Um, so yeah, I am claustrophobia, but like being out in public places, unless it's a really bad situation, which I've been in before when Christmas time in New York City by Rockefeller Center, like that was claustrophobic. But most of the time it's just like I can get away from people enough to not be claustrophobic. But it's just I just don't like being around lots and lots of people like that. I don't like it. Not to say that I don't do it sometimes when I have to, but I just don't like it. You can relate, Barb. What did I do on my birthday this year? Um, Not really much. I think I had pizza. I celebrated the next day here with my parents and my nieces, my brother, and I made pizza. Actually, on my birthday, I watched a couple movies, which I ended up not like. I didn't. They weren't good. Um, I did go to the Cure concert. I did go to the Cure concert, and I almost didn't go because I was so like not wanting to go out in like public like that, and it was like the biggest concert I'd ever been to, and going there, I just was, but once I got my seat, I'm like, I'm just gonna stay here. I'm not gonna move. And it was like I had an end seat. I'm like, I asked my brother, can I trade seats with you? He's like, sure. He didn't care. Um, and for we didn't sit down anyway. We stood up the whole time. Everybody stood up. But I had never been to a concert that big, and they're my favorite band, and I didn't know if I would ever see them again. So of course I had to go. I had to make that exception, and it had to be The Cure because they're my favorite band. If it was another band that I liked that wasn't my favorite, but I liked them, I probably wouldn't have gone. Because there's other times that my brothers were like, we're going to the Cure concert, you want to go? And I'm like, yeah, I kind of do, but I don't think I'm going to go. No, I'm not. No, I don't. No, I'm not going to go. No, I can't go. I can't do it. No, I can't go. And that's what I would say. I would do that all the time. I would always say, I can't do that. No, thanks for the invite. You know, if they didn't invite me, I'd be like, why did you not invite me? But thanks for the invite. I can't go. I can't do it. Too many people. You never know. You do know, but you never know. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I wish I wasn't like that. Like, whoa, I got to just change it up sometime and not be like that. It's like, hey guys, Chris is going out in public today. We're going to go in public and we're going to do public things. Oh, yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm like that. I know I shouldn't be like that. Just live my life, right? I just feel so much more comfortable when I'm just chilling at home, wasting my life away, doing nothing. No, I don't. I'm kind of kidding, but and the thing is once sometimes when I go out, when I like force myself to do some of those things, I'm totally fine. Like when I went to that Cure concert, like once I got there and once I like settled in where like, okay, this is my seat, this is where I'm standing. It's not that bad. Okay. It's not that bad. And then once the show started, I was like, okay, this is good. This is fun. I like this. I like this. Yeah, the expos are kind of, like, it's just the mindset of getting there. But once I'm there, then I'm kind of in my element and I don't really think about it too much. And I have fun at the expo, which is weird because there's like 80,000 people there. But I don't know. I guess it's just certain things. Or maybe it's not even the things that it's maybe the thought of doing some of these things. I kind of feel like that too a little bit, Allison. Like in the winter, like, I have got my hoodie on, my beanie, my coat. In the summer, it's like, what's going on? What's going on this summer? Yeah, that's a bummer that they're not having Expo East anymore because it's been a while since I've been there and I never went to the Philly one. It was always Baltimore. Um, and of course I met you. I met Trini. I met Trini at in Baltimore at the Expo. You seemed very quiet and shy. And I remember we went to where did we go? We went to what was that booth? The No Evil, and they had donuts and jerky. Yeah. Like I might even feel that way a little bit of like not wanting to go out in public when I have to show my movie. Like I'm going to be showing my movie. Like, hey everybody, you're about to see all of my hard work in this movie. Have fun. I'm gonna run away. I'm out of here. I can't take this. you know. Um. But yeah, I don't know. It'll be it'll be an experience. It'll be fun, but yeah, it's scary. Like people are gonna be watching my movie. Are they gonna like it? Are they gonna hate it? I don't know. it'll be something to experience. I guess we'll find out because it's the time, it's ticking. The countdown is ticking to the time when everybody will be able to see the movie. Carol, we don't have an exact date for that yet. March will be a premiere for the Kickstarter supporters. The Kickstarter supporters, we're gonna be showing the premiere here in Syracuse. I would like to be able to do a couple days if I could, because I want other people to see it other than the Kickstarter people as well. And I don't know how many people from the Kickstarter are going to respond to go see it. If everybody responds, I think that would be a full theater. But I don't know if everybody will respond. It's been quite some time from the Kickstarter, and every time I do an update on the Kickstarter, a very small percentage of the people actually respond. So, yeah, the theater is going to be the Most here in Syracuse. It's called the Most, and it's kind of like a half dome. I forget what it's called. Something dome. I keep forgetting. I don't know. But I'm going there on Monday to view it again. I've already viewed the movie twice at that theater, and I did a couple more changes. The first time it looked great. I don't know what the heck happened, but like the last time I watched it, there were certain parts of the movie that looked a little too red. So I went back through and I took some of the red coloring out of the color grade, and it's ready to go back there again. On Monday, I'm going to go check it out, see how it looks. If it's all good, then we'll be ready to set a date for the Kickstarter people. And I'll give them a certain amount of time to respond. And if there's any seats left over after they all responded, then we'll allow cast and crew. And if there's any more, then we'll open it up to limited tickets for the public. But there's only 214 seats in that theater, so sound mixing from the center of the theater is a thing too. Well, so this is professionally we have professional sound design, and this version will be surround sound 5.1 surround sound. So I've watched it in stereo and surround sound. It sounds nice. Like Rob did a really good job on the sound. And it looks good too. There's a couple things that I would like to be able to fix, but it's difficult to fix, especially with no budget like we're on. So I can only do so much. With that being said, these are like little things that I notice. But it's still 100% watchable as it is right now. It's ready for the world to watch. And if I did get a bigger budget or something, then I would be able to fix a few things that I don't like. But I don't really want to say exactly what it is, because if nobody sees it, then that's great. I see it because I've edited it. Like I've gone through it a million times. Your daughter works at a vegan grocery store in a very cool town, Bisbee, Arizona. That's cool. I've been to a few different vegan grocery stores. They're far and few between, but when you find one, it's really cool. That's awesome. I think the closest one to where I live right now is in the Buffalo area. The vegan grocery store is what it's called. And I've been to one out in California. I was in one in Portland, long time ago, about 10 years ago or so. So I don't even know if they still exist or not. What was it called? Food Fight or something? X Market in Chicago. It's not there anymore. Yeah, there's just something about being able to go into a grocery store and being like, everything here is vegan. So you don't have to read the ingredients. You still can and you still should, but you don't have to. Yeah, it sucks when you see places close and stuff. I noticed that one of my favorite vegan restaurants started serving meat, and then shortly after they went out of business. Saying that they had to serve meat to make enough money to stay in business, and then going out of business because you just alienated your vegan clientele. Just not a good idea. Yeah, that's cool. I know they have. When I would go out to LA and hang out with my friend Cesar, we would go to downtown LA, and like they had this big market down there, and there was a ton of vegan places in there. They had PBJ LA, which I could go for one of those right now, and they also had Ramen Hood. All of their ramen, everything there, even their egg, everything there was vegan. I I could also go for a bowl of that. That was good. And they had a burger place too. I forget what the name was. They had this really nice burger there. Yeah, I can't go too long without having some kind of noodles. Every time I go to LA, we at least go to one of the places. Ramen Hood was my favorite, and then what's the other place's name? Oh, what's the other? I forget. We would go to the other place too, and you'd order the vegan ramen. I always go there with Cesar. I forget what it's called. And then also donut friend. Craig got me a donut for my birthday. He got me a Boston cream from the Sweet Praxis, which is local here in Syracuse. So I had I had one of those. It was really good. Um, but other than that donut, I hadn't had a donut in a very long time, and I love Donut Friend out in California, but it's been a while since I've been there. They always have the best, vegan things in LA. But yeah, it's been a long time. I we didn't really go out too many places last time I went there. I was there in 2023 with Craig. We went to a few different places, but you love how I pronounce some things. What like what? I know people make fun of the way I pronounce a few things, which I don't want to say. Red, white, boneless. No, I've never heard of that. Oh, what was it called? It's called I don't remember. Like, I don't remember. I know what it looks like. I know where it's there's one by the airport and then there's another one too. And I don't remember what it's called. Hey, what's the name of the ramen place that we used to go to? Not Ramen Hood. Okay, I just messaged Cesar and we'll see what he says if he's not busy. That's funny. Your cousin sent a pic of her eating ramen, and we're over here talking about it. That's strange. Lots of vegan restaurants in Tucson. I've never been to Arizona. My cousin lives in Arizona. Oh yeah, the Blackbird vegan one. Those are my. Yeah, those are really good. The Korean barbecue. I think the buffalo ones for me are a little bit too spicy, but yeah, they're super good. Donut, donut, not donut. Donut hurt. Donut friend. Donut, donut, donut. Did you, did or do you ever give your dogs vegan meat? Yeah, sometimes. I only have one dog now, just Zeke. Yeah, I love the Blackbird pizzas. They're one of the best. There was one other one, but it's in New York City. I forget what it's called, but I did a review on it. That was the best frozen vegan pizza I ever had, but I can't find those anywhere. And I don't remember what they're called. But other than that one, Blackbird pizzas are hands down the best, other than that one that I don't remember. Yeah, I would sometimes I would give them vegan meats and stuff like if I made them and I didn't want them and like I had to, you got to look in the ingredients too. Like they can't have onion, they can't have garlic, and a lot of that stuff has it in there. But if I did come across something that didn't, instead of waste, like Indy really liked, I have a funny video of Indy, and I don't know if I should post it or not because he's not with us anymore, but there's a really funny video where he loved vegan chicken nuggets, and I had some chicken nuggets and I set them down and I'm like, don't you touch those. And then like I like left the house, I got in the car and I left, and he went and he comes by him and he looks at him and he kind of just smells them and he knows he's not supposed to touch them. And obviously I did it on purpose. And then when he looks to see if I was gone, and he walks by and just like grabs it off there and just kind of like very stealthily just grabs it and eats it. And then I come back and I'm like, hey, where's my chicken nuggets? Um, yeah, that was a funny video that I have of them. The tattooed chef pizzas, yes, I've tried those. I used to like, my favorite used to be the Amy's margarita pizza. I like the Amy's pizza with no cheese on it. I've been getting that for years and years and years. But then they had the margarita pizza, and I love that. That was my favorite. But then they did something. They did something to it, and it started to me. It started tasting fishy, like seaweed or something. I don't know what they were putting in it, but it like I can't untaste it now. To me, I can't. It doesn't. There's a weird taste that I don't like anymore. I don't know what they did. Yeah, the roasted veggie pizza with no cheese. That's always a. If it's not like, I remember it used to be $5 or $6. Now it's like $9 or $10. I don't know. But there are a lot of good pizzas out there. But yeah, if you can find Blackbird, get the Blackbird. And normally I would say Margarita is my favorite and stuff, but the Blackbird Supreme, and Supreme was never like my favorite of anything, but their Supreme is like the best. I know. Food is so expensive now. Like I never eat out anymore. Um, I just can't. What is the name of that place? It's ramen. Okay, there's Ramen Hood and I can't think of it. You guys are kind of making me a little bit hungry talking about all this food. I make a pretty good pizza myself, too. I know I do remember everything, but I can't. You know what? I will remember this like after we're done with this live stream. I can see what it looks like in my mind. And I can like see myself walking into the place because I know where it's located. There's just so many vegan places out in LA, and a lot of them, they come and then they go and they're gone. This place is not all vegan though. They've got a vegan version. They got a vegan ramen there. Yeah, I tried the meaty. It's pretty good. You know what I'm bummed about is my favorite burgers are the Wegmans burgers, and I feel like they discontinued them. I can't find them anymore, and they were affordable, and they were, you know, out of being a processed meat. They were good for you. They weren't. They weren't anything like a Impossible or a Beyond. They were pretty decent, pretty decently processed, pretty healthy, and I cannot find them. And I'm bummed about that because those were like my go-to things that I would get. And they were relatively cheap compared to all the rest. So you're making me want to make pizza. I got to make pizza for Monday. We're going to make Super Bowl pizza on Monday, guys. We didn't get to do it this week. So we're going to do it on Monday. Which is, we did a video for that many years ago, and it's like the stuffed pizza that I make. Super good pizza. It's like we veganized the stuffed broccoli, spinach, Sbarros. I don't know if we're going to make appetizers or not. We're just going to get together on Monday and I don't know. Yes, it's Tatsu. That's it, Tatsu. See, here I am in my mind trying to like, is it like ramen something or it has nothing to do with ramen. It's Tatsu. That's it. Did you look it up, Trini? How'd you find that? You looked it up, didn't you? Am I kind of addicted to pizza? I could eat pizza pretty much every day. Oh, thank you, Barb. My Monday live stream is one of the best parts of your week. Lots of laughs. Thank you. You know, I was going to do a live stream on Monday anyway, even though I wasn't able to go over and meet with everybody. I was going to kind of do this, but I was like, you know, we kind of already set the standard. Like, I feel like if I just did this, it would have been a little bit, like, boring. Maybe not boring, but, like, you know, not as good as what, kind of a letdown. I don't know. Just because we started doing what we did. We got together and we just, you know. Oh, that would be good. Getting some blackbird wings. Yes. Blackbird wings with maybe some vegan ranch. Put some chives in there. Maybe some pretzel bites with some vegan melted cheese. Who am I making hungry right now, you know? And we'll make, and of course, pizza. You got to have pizza, and you got something that you need some kind of sauce to dip the pizza in. I'm gonna admit this, like, I don't even know who's playing in the Super Bowl. And Monday will be after the Super Bowl. So we'll be doing our Super Bowl pizza like after the Super Bowl. So, you know how that goes. Yeah, vegan cheese is not hard to make. You know, if you have the time to do it, making your own is definitely a good option. Who knows? All right, if you're enjoying the stream, give me a thumbs up there for the algorithm. You know, just click that thumbs up. Oh, those Mi Nina chips. Oh my God, they're so good. The pica de gallo. Have you guys tried those? They're so good. Wait, you have coupons for Blackbird? The problem is I can't find any place that has Blackbird like that's close to me. Panago pizza? I never heard of that. Vegan Hawaiian summer barbecue with Beyond Crumbles and gets a sweet mustard sauce to dip. That sounds good. As long as the pineapple is not really big chunks, like little chunks. That's my only problem. Like I like pineapple on pizza, but it's gotta be cut up in really small pieces. Otherwise, you're gonna be like biting into something that's super hot. And it's gonna burn your mouth. Have I tried different varieties of Justin's cups? Yeah, I've had the almond, the cashew, the peanut butter. Yep. And those little, the new, they have like their version of like Reese's Pieces. But there's two different kinds, so you got to make sure you get the peanut butter one, not like the peanut one, because the peanut one is just like eating like peanut M&Ms, but the other one is kind of like Reese's Pieces. So like, I mean, grab some of those and watch some ET. Wegmans has the wings. How come I never see the wings at my Wegmans? Maybe my Wegmans doesn't have them. The quinoa and minis, Justin's. They're minis. Yeah, I've had their minis, and have I had the quinoa? I mean, the newest thing that I've seen that they have is the Reese's Pieces kind of thing. So all their other vegan stuff I feel like I've had before. And Unreal has some good ones. I actually have some of those from a while back that I never ate yet. Can you believe that? I've been trying to eat healthy, so I've been trying to working out, eating better, trying to lose a little bit of weight there, and I'm down about 12 pounds, so that's pretty good. Pretty good. But I'm getting to that point where you guys are going to make me, rip open one of those bags and start eating some. What's for dinner tonight? You guys got me so hungry now. I don't even know. What am I going to eat? I've got some of those masala burgers from Trader Joe's. Just eat some right now. Yeah, it is Tatsu. Tatsu. But we already knew that. Um, Yeah, I had to. Like the last year I had like a really hurt shoulder, and I wasn't able to do a lot. So I gained a little bit of weight, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Some of my favorite clothes were no longer fitting. I could no longer fit into them. But I think I probably could squeeze into some of those pants now. Yeah, that might be fun if we taste tested some different things. We did do a few videos where we did do that, but the problem is always, like what's next? What are we gonna do next? Oh yeah, I could still do cardio. But like my main exercise would be like push-ups and stuff, and I wasn't able to do that. Even right now, when I do push-ups, it starts to hurt, but like in a different way, and I'll just have to like push through them, even though it hurts. So I don't know what I did to my shoulder, but it's not what it used to be. It might be the rotator cuff. I don't know, but at least I can use it. Where I couldn't do that last year. And they gave me two different. They said rotator cuff or like frozen shoulder, or what was that? I think that's what they said. I mean, I did do other exercises that I could do, but you just gotta visualize this for a second. I could not even take like my shirt off. I couldn't use this hand to wash this side of my body. Like I couldn't even do this. If I had an itch, I couldn't itch myself, like on my shoulder, my back. Like my arm hurt so bad. I wasn't able to do no push-ups. Yeah, there was so much I couldn't do. I mean, just imagine not being able to, put a hoodie on or take your shirt off, before you go to bed or before you're about to take a shower. Like I wasn't able to do that. And like, I mean, it still hurts a little bit, but not the same way it did before. Like I wasn't able to do all that. Like I did some push-ups and stuff last night. I kind of heard it again, but in a different way. I'm still able to work out now though. Craig, you're making pizza right now? We were just talking about making pizza. Like that's what we've been talking about for the last probably 20 minutes is making pizza. What kind of pizza are you making tonight? I don't know if I have everything to make dough right now. Because I would make my own pizza right now. I don't have any dough. Greek pizza and cheeseburger pizza. Oh, I was thinking about a cheeseburger pizza, but, Greek sounds good. What are you going to put on the Greek pizza? Artichokes? Black olives? Craig hates olives. He's not going to put olives on there. He won't do it. He won't do it. Taco pizza. Craig will never make Greek food. Black olives only. Only olives. Hello, Pig's Dream. I got to figure out what I'm going to make after this stream. Is it going to be pizza? Or I don't really have anything here. I got to go to the store. I went to the store last night to get some soy milk because I was out of soy milk. And I grabbed a few things and I left and I realized I forgot the soy milk. I didn't get any soy milk, but I did get a yogurt. And when I got home, it had exploded in my bag. So, yeah, just the worst luck, you know. Do I ever eat a bowl of cereal? Yeah, I just ate a bowl of cereal the other night. Sometimes I go through phases where I eat a lot of cereal, but like it's been a while since I've eaten cereal. Other than the other night, I had a bowl. I just didn't have anything to eat. Olive and mushroom pizza with a little pineapple. Craig's doing black olives only tonight. That's awesome. I did that. That's what I made on the last pizza I made. I made a pizza the other night, and I just put black olives on it, some cheese, and did I even take a picture of it? I don't think I did. Wait a minute. I didn't. I made a pizza the other night and I didn't even take a picture of it. Maybe it just didn't look good. Maybe that was it. I didn't take a picture. What's my favorite cereals? I like the Trader Joe's cornflakes, and um, there's not too many cereals out there anymore that there was like sometimes I get sick of it though, but like Wegmans has vegan, like, what is it called? Like maple pecan and harvest medley. Some of those are pretty good. Um, and then the Three Wish cereal was on sale, which already it's way too expensive, but it was on sale and it was still too expensive, but I still bought one. And eh, it's okay, but I don't know. What's up, AJ? You think you're going to be doing pizza party lives and donate 20% of your channel's earnings to animal sanctuaries? That's cool. Yeah, I do like a lot of the Siete stuff. Doing good. We decided, to do a live stream here today. I was supposed to do a podcast and it got canceled, so started this live stream just because we canceled Mondays, and now we're talking about pizza. We're talking about pizza and other food. We've done movie talk. What else did we talk about? Movie talk. A lot of movie talk actually, and food. A lot of food talk. Kashi wheat squares. I don't think I would like those. Did you hear my stomach just growl? That's because we're talking about food so much. 85 minutes. Rice pasta with tomato sauce and olive. That sounds good. Rice pasta, tomato sauce. I honestly don't know what I'm going to make. I know that Captain Crunch is one of the rare vegan cereals, and I grabbed a box like a couple months ago, and I turned it around and I started reading the ingredients because I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna grab some Captain Crunch and just eat some of this, even though. And I started reading the ingredients. I'm like, yep, I'm not gonna get this, and I just put it back on the shelf. It's got some bad ingredients in it. Oh, you know what? I have a Gardein roast. And I do have a tofurkey roast. Maybe I could make that. Yours was marked down to $1.99. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, we did a live stream when we got them, and the tofurkey was $8, and the Gardein was like $3, $3.74. So I got a few of those. I have one of those left, one of the Gardein roasts. A big plate of French fries. I had some waffle fries yesterday. Air fryer. It is a health food when it's in the air fryer, yes. Green grapes. I got grapes, purple grapes. Arugula, tikka masala, Thai coconut pancakes. Oh, those look good. The Thai coconut pancakes. Yeah, they look good, don't they? Are they good? Scallion pancakes are really good. I have the whole tofurkey roast meal, and it's got the brownie in it, and it's like I need to get this. Maybe I should make it. Maybe I should make one of those just because I can't think of what else to make. Purple seeded grapes are the best fruit of all time. My favorite fruit of all time, if done right, are like a good orange. Like right now I got some Cara oranges, but a good tasty orange, or like the perfect mango or the perfect watermelon. Any of those to me are like the best fruit. But at the same time, you can get an orange that has no flavor. You can get a watermelon that has no flavor, and you can get a bad mango. So it's got to be the best of the best. I just want the brownie. Stacy, you just bought some this morning. Wait, what did you buy this morning? Oh, those pancakes. The cotton candy grapes, yeah, those are good. They don't really taste like cotton candy to me, but they're still good. I never liked cotton candy either. Yeah, sumo oranges are one of the best. You just break that little part off it, open. Oh, they're so good. They're so expensive. Blood oranges, despite the name, yes. Yeah, the sumo oranges, the blood oranges, and the Cara are probably some of the best oranges out there. I did buy some oranges last night. Had to. Paratha is an underrated Indian bread. You get it at Walmart frozen. That sounds really good. I love Indian bread, but where in Walmart? Because I go there and I've looked at so many different things like that and I can't find it. $3 Canadian? I wonder if my Walmart just doesn't have it. Paratha? I'll have to remember that. Indian bread. Because none of the naan bread is vegan. And I wish it was. You got oranges that were crossed with grapefruit. How were they? I don't like grapefruit. My mom loves grapefruit. Yeah, I know, AJ. I wish I did have some vegan naan. I'll just make my own. You were going to blame me for what? The Indian shop online has all the vegan breads. The Indian shop online. Is that what it's called? Just the Indian shop? Did I ever do temporary tattoos as a kid? Yes, I've done those once or twice. One company sent you a bunch of coupons for vegan naan bread last year. You'll send me the name. Can't think of it right now. I'll send it to you and AJ. Can you send me some of the coupons too? Misfits Market has vegan naan. There's an Indian place that I used to go to all the time in the Syracuse area called Sahota Palace, and they would especially make me some vegan bread. They were awesome. You're gonna go get a Daya pizza now? I saw that Daya made Daya made like now like an oat milk cheese. And I've tried one of them. What did I try? I forget which one I tried. Aaron, no, I don't know the calcium levels or my bone density. I'm not sure. But as an avid skateboarder, I've never broken a bone, ever. I feel like I should knock on wood, right? Right? I'll do it. There we go. You're starving now? Yeah, I'm pretty hungry now too. My stomach is all this talk of food. I'm getting pretty hungry. The Rubicon Shana. Shana on the front in red. Original Paratha is vegan. I'll have to look for that. Maybe I'll go to Walmart tonight. Do you think you'd know if something wasn't vegan because you'd have a bad reaction? I don't know. I mean, if something tastes like something that I've never tasted before, that might be an indication, you know? But I don't know. Daya Pizza's on clearance at Wegmans right now? Like, for how much? I mean, if it's cheap enough, I might get one, but Daya's definitely not one of my favorites. Aaron says, thank you for your response. You're welcome. I've been vegan for 8 years and recently started incorporating some animal products back into my diet for fear of protein, calcium, vitamin deficiencies. Honestly, I wouldn't fear any of that. Like, you can get everything you need as a vegan. I've been vegan for over 30 years. I don't have any problem with any of those. And I don't know anybody who is not getting uh, what they need from as a vegan. Also, you should think about, like, some dairy can leach calcium from your bones. So be careful of that as well. You buy bee-free vegan naan. I'll have to find it. Naan is so good. You make it with a nice rice dish. You just made a vegan impossible burger and a big pile of chickpea flour, covered chili, and onion spiced tofu. That sounds good. Um, yeah, I'm living my best life as a vegan of over 30 years now. So just showing people that you can do it for the long run. You're not gonna wither down to a pile of dust. But it's all how you treat your body. Everybody is different. Everybody is an individual. Some people might, not be able to eat certain foods, but you can get everything you need as a vegan regardless. And obviously I'm going to always promote that because not only do I think it's the right thing to do, but like I've lived it for 30 years, you know, and not all of those 30 years was I ever really trying my best to be like super healthy or anything like that. But yeah. And I've never had any like kind of protein problems, and my B12 is good. If you watch my blood results video, the only thing I needed to do, which most people need to do whether they're vegan or not, is take vitamin D supplements. And those aren't really vitamins; that's a hormone. Your vitamin D. Make sure you get your vitamin D3, and they do have vegan versions of it. And I take it every single day. My vitamin D. Um, yeah, and I eat foods that are fortified with it or anything like that. So I don't have to, there's nothing really to worry about. And once I started doing that again, like I feel like your vitamin D also takes care of so many other things. Like I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but for me, it's like, yeah, your vitamin D takes care of your liver, which takes care of your cholesterol, which takes care of so many other parts of your body. So make sure you're getting it because especially like in the upper part of the country here, at least in the United States, you're not getting that sunlight like you should be for your body to be able to make that. So just make sure you're taking a supplement. And B12, yeah, B12 you can supplement. My B12, even when I wasn't supplementing, was never low. And that's just because like probably the foods that I chose to eat were fortified with B12. So that was something, like if you're a raw vegan, you might want to, you definitely want to supplement with some of that stuff just to make sure you're getting everything you need and you're not gonna eventually make yourself sick. But I'm not a raw vegan and I do eat cooked food and fortified foods and stuff like that. So I've never had a problem. And I'm getting older too, and I feel still like I'm in the best shape of my life. But I lead a fairly healthy lifestyle too. So, making sure that I stay away from, the bad things, drugs and alcohol, and I work out, and I'm vegan, and that doesn't mean that every now and then, maybe sometimes even more than now and then, I'll eat some, vegan junk food or processed food. But for the most part, I don't eat really that bad of food. And remember, not all processed food is created equal. There's processed foods that is completely healthy for you, you know, and then there's processed foods that is just stay away from. Werewolf Romance. I like that name. My videos helped you go vegan? Thank you. Well, I'm glad that helped. How do I feel about fruitarians? I mean, how do I feel? Um, Look, I have no problem with fruitarian. I have no problem with it. I mean, fruitarian is a vegan, so like that, great. But if it works for you, like, hey, I'm not in charge of somebody else's health. If it works for you, great. Make sure you're getting everything you need. But the thing is when sometimes when people do some like extreme diets, and you can make it's subjective. Like what is an extreme diet and what isn't an extreme diet. But if you're doing something where you're like literally cutting yourself off from like things that you can't get, and then you get sick, you can't blame that on being a vegan. And I'm just saying that because like sometimes people will just drink juice or just eat kale, and then they'll get sick, and then they'll be like, veganism destroyed my health. It's like, no, you destroyed your health because you didn't eat properly. So you got to be smart with what you do. You can't blame veganism. Veganism is a mindset to not harm animals. And luckily for us, you can get everything you need to be healthy as a vegan. So there's really no, there's really no reason to say, there's nothing in animal products that you can get that you can't get from plants that you need, that are essential to our diet. If there was, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be dead. So, or I'd be incredibly sick, and I'm not. So I mean, I'm using, that might be anecdotal, but like there's thousands and probably millions of other people that can say the same thing. Oh, I would be, like I'm super weird about, like, I can't like go into a place, like I could never go to Starbucks and get something, just because like the um the error of a mistake happening. Like you say you want oat milk and they thought you said whole milk, and then they give you whole milk, and that I'd be super afraid. Like that's why I don't really like going to restaurants that aren't vegan. Which, hey, I've gone to a lot of non-vegan restaurants over the years, but it kind of creeps me out a little bit. What's up, Stardust Sky? How's it going? Chipotle ruined your trust in non-vegan fast food. It ruined my brother's too. But for me, I've had nothing but like positive. And the reason why is I'll go up there and I'll always ask them. I'll be like, "Hey, if it's not too much trouble, could you change your gloves?" And every single time they were like, they've never been annoyed. They've always been more than happy. Like, "Hey, yeah, no problem." And then they change their gloves, and I'm like, and then right off the bat, they know that like I want something that doesn't. I'm like, I want this, but it's got cheese in it. They're like, "Hey, I got one over on the back." They grab some guac in the back, boom. But again, I don't like having to do that. But like when I do go, that I will say stuff like that. And they've always been super, super cool about it. But yeah, if I bought something, like I got Chinese from a place before, and there was like a real piece of chicken in there, and I definitely did not finish that meal. That was probably 15, 16 years ago, but you want what exactly do you want to hear about me being a special investigator? Maybe we'll wait for another stream to do that, because I could do a whole stream about that. And we've been on already for 104 minutes. Oh yeah, that could be at Rycron. Just different locations. Yeah, that's how I am. If I'm gonna go to a restaurant, I'm first and foremost, I'd rather go to a vegan restaurant, just so I know everything that I get is gonna be vegan. Um, Secondly, it would be like a restaurant that was vegan friendly, that I can watch them make my food. And then third and last would be like a non-vegan restaurant that has vegan options. I'd really rather not go to a place like that, but sometimes that happens. But for me, it hasn't happened in a long time. Like I said, I haven't been really to any restaurants, vegan or non, in a very long time. Worried about restaurants switching to beef tallow and not telling anyone. Yeah, there's so many things that could be like accidentally not vegan that you don't know of when you go someplace, and not everybody knows. Not everybody is vegan, so not everybody is going to treat you like, "Oh, okay, well, what's going in there and what's not? Oh, yeah, I didn't know, or didn't realize that we cook this a certain way." Like I found out that a place started selling like, tofu and stuff, but they cooked that tofu in the same deep fryer that they were cooking the fish. Hello, Brittany. Oh yeah, if I bite into something that's not vegan, like that ruins it for me forever. Luckily, I haven't had that happen in quite some time, but yeah. Impossible did that to me. I did a whole video on it. Impossible, which is all of their stuff is vegan. They did that. They did that to us at one of the expos. That was, yeah. Yeah, that sucks when that happens. And like you can't just assume stuff either because where what is it called? What is it? Oh, I forget what it's called. There's it's one of those places where they make it right in front, like an Ichiban, where they make it right in front of you, like on the thing with the flame and all that. Their tofu is like marinated in non-vegan whatever. I don't remember, but it's not vegan. What's my favorite thing to serve when hosting non-vegans? There's a couple of go-to dishes that I feel like people really like, whether they're vegan or not. So if I'm going to a potluck and stuff, I'll usually make some nice baked mac and cheese. Everyone seems to love it. Um, and if I'm making dinner for somebody, I'll usually make my stuffed crust pizza. That's usually a winner for people. Um, but either that or make some kind of like burger or something. Something that's probably going to be a comfort food. I make good pizza and stuff, so sometimes pizza. Yeah, I can. I got some. I got the best brownies I've had as I was in my cookbook. Got some good brownies. But needless to say, you guys, whether it's my fault or your guys, I'm really hungry right now. Like we made ourselves hungry. I made myself hungry. You guys didn't hurt. You guys didn't help to not make me not hungry. All this food talk. What kind of brownies do I like? The brownies I make. Not too cakey, not too fudgy. It's time to munch. Oh yeah, vegan chili too is another good one. Yeah. Do I know what I'm gonna eat? No, I don't really have anything here, so I don't even know what I'm gonna eat. I literally went to the store last night and I didn't get anything. I didn't even get what I needed. Oh my god, the pot pie, yes. You know what? That's another good one. Like that's another to answer your question. The pot pie is another really good that people love. So that might be another thing that I might make to get somebody to try some vegan food. You're hungry too. It's 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. Yeah, that's a good time to eat. 2 p.m. Yeah, in our cookbook we have like the best pot pie. It's so good. Yeah, exactly, Lisa. I used to work in restaurants, so I know exactly what can happen in the back of a restaurant. So that's another reason why I'm like, eh. What's up, Dynamite? You have chili? Are you Sharon? No, you're Carol. Um, Chili sounds good. I'm trying to think what I have. Yeah, I don't know. Like after all this talk, I want to make something good. You know, I don't want to just eat something like, oh, this isn't that good, but I'll eat it. What can happen in the back of a restaurant? Oh, you don't like somebody drops something and scoops it back up. I've seen that happen. Um, Using like bad sauce and mixing it with good sauce. Like I've seen nasty stuff happen. People eating off of a plate. Like some people probably don't care. I do. I'm a germ freak. So they'll eat something and then, somebody takes something back, says I wanted this. So they kind of just clear that off and give them the same thing that they ordered again after they like cleaned it off. I've seen all this kind of stuff happen. Where can we find your interview with PB and J? I never did an interview with PB and J. I did. I did a pretty fun interview with Jeremy Loeb, which you can find on here. Actually, I just posted it on my Instagram story. You want cookbook number 2 and more cooking videos. See, I'm trying to move over into like the movie field, and now I got to go back to cooking. I guess I got to cook anyway because I still got to eat. Whew. Please don't describe gross kitchens. And all the grease too, like that they don't clean. Depends what kind of kitchen you're in though. See, that's the thing. Like I don't want to eat something that doesn't taste good. So like all the food that I make taste good. And everything that I make is vegan, so Jeremy does a YouTube channel, and he did a podcast. He did an interview with me a couple weeks ago, and it was a fun interview. Well, what do you say? Should we call it? Time to go make some food? Yeah, that's the other thing that I don't like is when they describe something as plant based. Everybody assumes plant based is vegan. It's not. You got to make sure that you're reading those ingredients. That's why I don't like it that they're shifting from labeling things vegan to plant based. That's not helping any of us. I mean, after all these years seeing like things go from like where they were in the 90s to the early 2000s to where we are now, and then you know they plant based. That doesn't mean vegan. So I wish the things that were vegan would still say vegan, even if they want to put a little V somewhere on there, just to make things easier for us. I mean, they make it easier for the gluten-free people, for the lactose-free people, but what about us? AJ, thank you so much for that dinner fund. I'm going to use that. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Yes. And plant-based is not vegan. It's not vegan. So, like if something says plant-based and it doesn't say vegan, I still might have to call the company to find out. It just makes things easier when they label it vegan. It just makes it easier on us, It's like, hey, is this food suitable for me to eat? I know it says plant-based, but I still got to do the research. Plant-based is not vegan, you know? So you could have something that's plant-based. The whole base of it is plants. And then they throw a little bit of eggs in it. And they throw a little bit of, bone stock in it. It's just... All right, Ari, have a nice night. Thanks for joining us. Exactly, Morningstar. Morningstar, who told me back in 2019 that they were phasing out all their non-vegan products. They did not do that. Yeah, so you got to be careful. Good night, Carol. Yeah, Linda, it's not a diet, but at the same time, I hate when people say that to me, because I am vegan, so the food that I eat is my diet, and I call it my vegan diet. I don't want to get too, into that when people try to say that. Like, that's my diet. I want my diet to say vegan. Okay? So like vegan, I know it's vegan, so if I know it's vegan, I know I can eat it. It's a simple way to put it. Of course, I know that food doesn't have an ethical standpoint, so I try not to be too to the book on that. We don't want to be too pedantic about that. We want to give a little bit of leeway so we can still call some of our food vegan, and I'll never shy away from that. I never followed up with them, but I know that they didn't do it. Yeah, it's AJ, like that's really smart to always read it if it still says. For me, I still do that anyway, just because I'm also looking for other things that I don't consume, like alcohol. But something that says vegan, in my 30 years of being a vegan, it's been very rare, but I found like 2 different things that said vegan that had like honey in it. So, I mean, if I went to an expo and I saw them, I would ask them, but I wouldn't probably go out of my way to call them. And, you know, we have a video of them saying that. Epiphytic lichen. Loved the interview with Jeremy and Jane. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I've got some, couple interviews that I'm very happy with that we did. We did one with Jane Unchained and Jeremy. So if you guys go check out their channels, you can watch those. Right now, if you follow me on Instagram on the Vegan Zombie, you'll be able to. I just linked it right there, so you can go to my story and click right on it if you want to watch it. Too bad I didn't make a video. I thought I did make a video of them claiming that. Oh, that's where you found me. Awesome. Which one, Jane or Jeremy? And you can watch both interviews because they're both different. So yeah, they were fun. I was supposed to do one today with someone else, but it got canceled. So I'm always down to do interviews about the movie. Oh, if I made a video calling them out about their claim, yeah. Like, hey, what? Yeah, maybe I'd have to go back and find the original video where they claim that they were phasing everything out. It's like, hey, you were supposed to phase everything out by 2021. It's 2025. What's going on? Yeah, I think that would gotcha, you know. All right, well, I think I'm going to go try to figure out what I'm going to make today. What am I going to make tonight, actually? It's probably dark out, is it? I can't see the window. Anyway, thank you all for joining me on this lovely night. It's always good to see everybody. Go ahead and like this video if you could, if you haven't yet. Jeremy's channel is just his name, Jeremy Loeb. How's it spelled? Loeb, I think. And you can find it right here on YouTube. And I think it was like maybe 3 videos ago for him that we did. You'll find it. Oh yeah, The Cure is by far my favorite band. Yes. All-time favorite band. All right, everybody. Thank you all. Have a great night, and don't let the zombies bite. I'll see you guys, I think on Monday. All right, now I got to figure out how to stop this. Just kidding, I know. All right, see you guys.